Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we discovered Better's journal. Better was the deceased woman in the river. We figured she must have fallen from someplace up high, and sure enough, just over that way, there was a little ledge with some crystal grace and her diary. It seems that she had been manipulated by some sort of demon after she stayed in a nearby house. And I mean, Chateau Banter is right here. If there is a demon lurking about inside, I think we should take it out. We should at least investigate. I love this map. I love this map so much. There's always one haunted house. In every Dragon Age game, there's one haunted house.
Fancy house. Too quiet.
They're here, watching, waiting, wanting. Be careful.
Thanks for that, Cowl. Isn't that nice? We got a painting of Val Royo. Ooh. Can we touch it? We can, but it does nothing. Okay. Very nice. Very pretty. Pardon me.
Well, that just lit itself. Good sign.
It knows we're here.
Again. Thanks for that, Cowl. I love the things he says. I love them so much. The Imperial Highway. Oh, I'm assuming this must be concept art from Origins. The one over there will have been concept art from Inquisition, but this must be from Origins. Oh, I'd love to journey along the Imperial Highway again. I'd absolutely love that. There's a General Chateau d'Aenor, feared by the Dog Lords. Okay. Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven. I presume that's Andraste. Don't know who that is. I mean, it's a bald person looking kind of scowly. Look at them. Look at them. They look so similar. There is a theory out there that Solus was Chateau, the elf who helped Andraste, and if that is Chateau in the background, they do look similar. You know, you can't deny it. A torn diary page. It's not fair. I want to go outside. I can hear the guests downstairs. Another party. There's always another party. Mother and father brought me a present to make me feel better. To make me better. They're just trying to shut me up. Cook's scared of me. She still calls me my sweets, but she's scared. Still, she hasn't told father or mother. She's afraid of me more than she likes them. I don't think Cook likes herself much either these days. I have a new friend now. She understands me. She'll help make things fair again. Ooh. I think it's pretty obvious that this is a child's diary, or a younger person at the very least. I wouldn't put this person above the age of 12. It seems childish, the writing, you know, an obsession with making things fair, which I think is a very childlike way to look at the world. Like, oh, Timmy got a present, but I didn't. That's not fair. Everything has to be fair. And then you learn life isn't fair, small child. Life isn't fair. Still very disturbing, though. I want to look at each area. That's the thing. This looks like it could be another picture of Val Royo. The bridges. Nanette d'Anterre, ma belle rose. Okay, very pretty. Andraste, some kind of Templar. Jeannette d'Anterre, matriarch of the House d'Anterre. I want to say that's concept art of a character from Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. From the dress and the style of hair. If you've played the game before, then you'll know who I'm talking about. And nothing over here. I mean, we were being drawn over this way. We might as well follow. Ooh, and we got bodies!
From the look of their clothes, I'd say these men were looters.
Not very good at it, were they?
No! No, the whole point of looting is getting in. Oh, hello, thank you for the light source. Yeah, the whole point is getting in and getting out with shit and your lives. So no, these were not men who were terribly proficient at their job. I love this. I love this so much. I've played this level before. I know exactly what's going on here, and I feel a little bit sick. I don't do well with horror. Just seeing the lights flicker on, my stomach is dropping. Anita Chateau, beloved grandmère. Okay. Chateau? I don't know how to pronounce that second word. But she was a grandmother, at least. I know that. Portrait of Abel d'Anterre. And there's your General Chateau again. Internet. The Dalish Woods in summer. Very nice. I'm probably going to take my time around here. I want to look at everything. I want to soak in the atmosphere for a little while. Pardon me. Excuse me. Come on, Cole. Oh, game. I know this. I already know this.
There must be something here.
Okay. Oh, is this? Yeah, this was the map. Oh no. I think we may have just triggered something. Shit.
What was that?
Nothing good. That's what that was. That was nothing good. There is Rashfine over there, so I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab that. We're gonna stay in the sunshine for the time being, you know, where it's nice and bright and safe, because demons can't attack you in broad daylight. That's what I like to think, at least. That's the logic I'm going with. Ooh. They're up. They're up and about and hunting. Great. Great. No dickhead. No dickhead. And a spinny spin.
Something is wrong. Pain or fear or sadness.
Oh, well. If it's wrong, then we have to put it right. We have to. Let's try and be methodical. Let's try and be methodical about this. So, yeah, we came in through here. We'll open all of the doors. If the doors are open, then that way I'll know I've been through them. Oh, God, and there's one right behind here. Sir? Oh. Oh, there you are. Hello, sir. No, get down. Get down. This way! Oh, and you avoided the mines! You avoided the mines. How lucky. How lucky for you. Hello. House, I don't suppose you'd be able to cast some lighthouse. I don't suppose you'd be able to do that. The house says no. Get back! Oh, where did you go? Blackpool, you got him, okay.
You can't hurt me!
No, they can't, Cole. They can't hurt you as long as you believe that. Believe that you are safe, and hopefully you will be safe. That being said, we're in a very obviously haunted house. I don't know if the ghosts agree with that logic. Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything in here. The servants' quarters. There was mention of a cook. Hello? Again, thank you for the light. The light is appreciated. Have I mentioned I'm kind of afraid of the dark? Because here's the thing, you don't know what's in the dark. Anything could be lurking. Anything. Oh, Jesus Christ, that... I knew he was out there. I knew he was out there, but the movement, the sharp, like... Oh, no, I don't like that. Get down. Bugger off. There we go. There you go. How dare. Much offence. Much offence at these corpses. Who do they think they are? I think, yeah, this leads outside. Okay. This is a pantry. Okay. Oh, okay. Again, the house just like, let me give you some light. You'll strain your eyes otherwise. Here, take some light. Now then, to distract myself from the peril, I had pretty much finished speaking about Chateau last episode. However, whilst I was editing those 3 episodes, I kind of realised I never mentioned 1 second. Nope, nope. Get in there. Spinny spin. Get on the floor.
Done and done.
There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, I never mentioned her class. She's a rogue. She's obviously a rogue, and her specialization is obviously assassin. I mean, as I described her, could you imagine her any other way? A cook's diary. Pages tucked under a servant's mattress. Danelle noticed my unease and has been pestering me with questions about the girl. I told the dratted child to see to her duties and mind her own business. But at this rate, she's going to start prying, and something will have to be done about her. Danelle's not a bad sort, even if she is a bit lazy. It'd be a pity to have to tell Lord d'Anter that she's being troublesome. Maybe I could just have the child fired. She knows her letters and numbers. There are any number of places that would take her. It's not too late for her. I wish it weren't too late for me and the others. I must go tend to my poor sweets. I hope today will be a good day. Yes, the child, my poor sweet, something seems to be wrong with her. Something seems to be going on with her that is causing everyone to be afraid of her, and her parents are keeping her confined. When there are parties, when there are guests, the child is being kept hidden away. I find this interesting. I must go tend to my poor sweets, but there is also the self-pitying of, I wish it weren't too late for me. The cook definitely seems to have a fondness for the child. You know, she loves her. But there is also the thing of I'm also shit scared of this kid, and I'm in a position where I can't escape. It's too late for me. Damn. And okay, so we have more stairs going up, more portraits. Though none of them are named. Okay. Let's stick to the first floor first.
There's an elven artifact nearby.
Okay, that's great. However, bunch of dead people around this door. That's troubling. That's not good. Aenor's braver than me. If I saw a bunch of corpses around a door, I'd be like, I'm not going through there. People died. Screw that noise. Ooh, and the ballroom. There were a lot of looters. There were an awful lot of looters in here. Oh, I don't like this.
Good. That should help strengthen the veil.
I'm not gonna lie, if there would have been something in this corner, you know, you turn on this, it lights up and it's just standing there like, hey, I would have screamed. That's not something I want to see. Now, it's going over that way. Bye. Goodbye, sir. Look at that. Look at that. They have a stuffed dragon. How bougie are these people that they can afford to have a stuffed dragon in their home? Hot damn. That's insane. I'd be impressed. If I were attending a party being hosted by a Lord and Lady Banter, I would be very impressed upon walking into the ballroom. And no, sir, no. Goodbye. And spinny spin. Okay, good stuff. And the other thing I was going to say about Shale, I realised I never actually talked much about her backstory, and that's because, to be perfectly honest, Shale doesn't have a super dramatic backstory. I know that, you know, a fair amount of my characters do. I'd argue that Lyra's backstory with her mum, who was, you know, so obsessed with having a daughter that she ended up having 13 kids and, you know, being this very narcissistic parent who was kind of willing to ruin her life to keep her daughter with her, you know, very dramatic. But I think it's good to mix in characters who have mundane backstories, who lived regular lives, because here's the thing, that is what the majority of people in the real world have. They live perfectly ordinary, nice lives with relatively small amounts of drama. A torn diary page. I had to make myself breakfast this morning. It wasn't very good. When I saw Mother and Father, I couldn't stop crying. I don't know what to do. My friend says there's a way to be less lonely. She says not to be afraid. There are other games we can try, and I will feel better. Why isn't Cook making breakfast? This is a noble family. This is a noble child. Why isn't Cook making breakfast? Especially considering the Cook's diary, where she seemed so loyal to the family that she wasn't gonna leave. Her loyalty prevented her from seeking safety. So what changed? And why did her mother and father make her cry? Why did their appearance make her cry? Oh, I love this. I love the storytelling in this area. I think it's great. Now, what I was saying before... Yeah, it might seem weird considering, you know, Shale's a mobster. She grew up in a Carter family. Oh, there's some blood. More blood. You know, what do you mean she didn't have a dramatic life? I mean just that. She, you know, had some younger siblings. She was the oldest child, also the oldest daughter. That's weird. We're gonna ignore that for the minute. What was I saying? Yes, she may have been raised in a mobster family, however, her family loved her very much. It's this thing. It's this thing over there. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause because I can see there are undead, and the more things we unlock, the more undead that will appear, which is another thing I love. I love that detail too. Yeah, she was raised by mobsters, but she was still very much loved. I imagine it's her mother who's the Kadash. Her father married into the family and took the Kadash name. He's rather mild-mannered. I think he's an accountant. He's a dwarven accountant. He's very good at cooking the books. He's good at, like, financial fraud, that sort of thing. But he's very squeamish, doesn't get his hands dirty, that kind of thing. I think her younger siblings take more so after her father, whereas Shale takes more after her mother. Her mother is the ruthless one, bloodthirsty like Shale, and her mother raised her in a very similar way, to be cold, to be calculated, to be a little bit cruel at times, if necessary. But that didn't... It wasn't that her mother didn't love her. She wasn't like, I'm going to raise a psychopath. She was just like, this is how I was raised. And I see potential in my daughter. And I want to encourage and nurture that potential for ruthlessness. It is needed. But she was still very much loved, very much cared for. And like I said, had a relatively normal life as a member of a Carter clan, as normal as that can get. Sketch number 2. We're looking for 2 statues of fire. And something else. Okay. It's Jeanette de Attire. I'm inclined to explore. We will leave that area, especially because that seems to lead into that weirdness. Again, I don't like the fact that we have to wait for, I guess, Aenor's eyes to adjust before the room lights up. I don't like that. That's, excuse me, pardon me, come on, there we go. Yeah, that's how you end up walking into an undead creature like that. No thank you. Not today, Satan. Lots of things to read. Lovely. The Antivan Kiss, Volume 1. Excerpt from the first volume of a popular romance serial known for frivolity and excess. Would they truly notice so brief an absence? He murmured softly. He kept his back to her, his eyes on the painting, as though she did not excite the slightest interest. Would it be so very brief? She returned. The corner of his mouth twitched in a smile, a small triumph that served to quicken her pulse, making her mindful of her own countenance. The garden, he murmured softly, and walked away without a glance in her direction. Her journey to the hedge maze was uneventful, although her heart yet quickened. At last he pulled her into a dark alcove. So serene, that smirk of yours, he murmured in her ear. Let me see you smile. Slowly he pulled the ribbon that bound her mask. I mean, I'm not a big romance person myself. I'm not really into, you know, romantic films or romantic literature, but that was pretty decent. I approve. The girl in red cross... Oh, this isn't... Tell me this isn't a... Oh, fuck. No. No, it's a poem. It's a poem. I don't... Callista, listen to me. Don't get choked up. Don't do it. Think of Shale. Think of that coldness. She would not get choked up, so you don't either. Okay. The girl in Red Crossing. Too long I have travelled, soon I'll see her smile. The girl in Red Crossing I'm longing to see. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. I've dreamed of the kiss I stole neath the arbour. I've dreamed of the promise neath the old ash tree. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. One last stream to cross, one last hill to wander, until I reach the love I'm longing to see. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Running through the streets, only silence follows. Elven arrows sunk into the old ash tree. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in... Oh, fuck, no! No! Ah! I'm fine. I'm fine. I think I'm a very emotional person. There are times, on one hand, I think I'm a little bit too emotional, and then I see other people react to stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm a lizard person. I think I could be a lizard person. I don't think I feel things at all. Oof. Poetry, it gets to me. It gets to me. Running through the streets, only silence follows. Elven arrows sunk into the old ash tree. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Ruby on the green, petals lost and drifting. Take her to his side, Andraste, hear my plea. I found her lying there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Not surprisingly, this folk song originates from the Red Crossing region, although it is known in various parts of Orlais. While clearly inspired by the events of the Exalted March of the Dales, it is unknown whether the narrator and this eponymous girl are based on actual figures or are representative of the overall losses suffered at Red Crossing. From Orlesian musical tradition by Sister Rosette, published by the University of Orlais. I'm going to take a moment because I need to... I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I just teared up a little bit. It's the repetition. Things with repetition, because here's the thing, you know the last one is gonna be the heartbreaking one. This is the last one, rather. You know it's not gonna end well at all. It makes me sad. It makes me so terribly sad. Yoink. Of gods and doubt. Forgive me. I claimed belief once. Swore with tears in my eyes that Our Lady was the light, and through her blessing I knew the Maker. But I cannot brook the division between what I have tried to know and what I cannot ignore. Is the Maker less silent than the profane elven pantheon, or the old gods of Tevinter? And what of archdemons that are not silent at all? We have real ongoing strife. All of us, every people and creed, that we each blame on the heretical actions of others. And yet, if any one of our truths was truth, that blame would be impossible. It is not just that these claims of divinity cannot coexist, it is that no other claims could be made if any one of those worshipped were ever truly God. I am shamed my faith cannot withstand so pedestrian an argument. All I have learned in my time here is fear. Initiate Michaela, I'd assume that's Michaela, Initiate Michaela Chavez. Go as you must, as must we all, but know that the only thing worse than a faith broken is a faith untested. Correspondence and teachings of Mother Havara, Val Royaux Archive. Mother Havara, I want to say this is the lady that got punched by the Templars at the very beginning of the game. This is the woman that, the Templars are here, they will save us from the Inquisition. And the Templars were like, no bitch, boom. And they properly decked her as she was just stood there like, what? I like this as a response. She's not being like, oh, initiate, you have failed, how fucking dare you, the Maker will spit on your corpse. Like, there was none of that. Just like, you do you. You do you. Do what's best for you. And yeah, the only thing worse than a faith broken is a faith untested. Like, it's all good. Your faith may have been broken, but like, you took the test, and that's what matters. I like that. I like that as a response. Anything else? Any more books? Okay, nothing down here. Oh, come on. Excuse you. Secret reading. Pages of a letter have been hidden inside a copy of the Antivan Kiss Volume 2. The box seems unassuming, but I'm told it works as intended. There's an enchantment to it. It attracted power before. If you want more details, we talk more coin. There are risks in asking... There are risks in asking too many questions. I doubt you care so long as it helps with your little problem. I'll expect my fee in due course. Yes, there was a strange glowing box. It had almost like yellowish electrical doodads coming off. It was floating in the air. We could see it on that balcony. I would assume they didn't ask for more details. They got the box to help with the problem. It attracted power. That is a statement you could take in a multitude of ways. So my timer did go off. However, I'm going to read all of the codex entries in this room. From the Canticle of Threnodies. An illuminated copy of the Chant of Light. A few of the passages have been bookmarked. In secret they worked, magic upon magic. All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way. Above them, a river of light. Before them, the throne of heaven, waiting. Beneath their feet, the footprints of the Maker. And all around them echoed a vast silence. Canticle of Threnodies, 8-2-3. Superstitions. A book of superstitions. Several of the pages have been bookmarked. How to prevent magic formation in the earliest stages. Should mage blood run through your line, no matter how distant the relation, avoid conceiving in winter. While with child, sleep with dried embryon beneath your pillow to ensure good health. Infants and most small children will show no sign of magic. However, you can purge the body of unwanted elements before they take hold. Place leeches on each of the child's limbs. When done, burn the leeches. Be sure not to inhale the smoke. Afterwards, wrap the child's limbs in cloth blessed by a chantry sister. A child showing signs of magic may be submerged in water until the breath is nearly lost. That's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. If magic is still weak within them, it will die before the child. Should the trouble persist beyond reason, certain talismans may suppress the child's skill. No. No, this is a bunch of nonsense.
Look at this. There are more books on magic and how to contain it.
Such attempts never end well.
They never do. They never do. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Yeah, I want to talk about the things we've found. Yes, it's obvious the child is a mage. The parents knew they had magic in their line. They potentially attempted to drown their kid at some point. That's not great. That's not going to cause any trauma, is it? Especially if it's, oh God, they said, oh, drown the kid until, they almost die. Presumably that might cause brain damage. I'm pretty sure that damn near being drowned could cause brain damage. So potentially that's why the cook was so protective of her. The child was a bit off. The child had problems. And so the cook was very fond of them, and then they developed magic, and it's just like, oh my god, this poor kid has suffered so much. First nearly being drowned by their parents, and then developing magic and having to be ostracized from their own family, you know, not being allowed to attend the parties, being kept separate, being kept locked away. That's so sad. And the box, here's how I take the codex entries we found. The box draws power. I presume that Lord and Lady Banter got it because they wanted it to draw power away from their child. They thought, oh, it's a talisman that will basically suck the magic out of her. However, I think it's far more likely that by it attracts power, they meant it attracts the attention of demons. It attracts powerful things. And you have a mage kid that isn't being trained, that is traumatized, potentially, is clearly very upset with how their life is going, making them weak, making them vulnerable. Great. A round of applause for Lord and Lady Banter for being Parents of the Year. Good job, guys. Flipping heck. In the next episode, we get to see more questionable parenting choices from the Lord and Lady of the house. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.